In today's video, we are going to be talking about Naboso technology, a great product that could potentially make a huge difference to your life. Hey, what's up guys? Ben Clark here for Adapt Perform, and welcome to today's video. I am joined here today with Tony and Liz, and we're going to be talking about an exciting product that I came across online, and that is the Naboso Barefoot technology, and it comes in various different forms like mats and insoles, but we'll move on to that a little bit later. First of all, I'd just like to introduce these guys and talk about their background and their knowledge about this topic. So after you guys.
I'm Tony, I'm a podiatrist. I work in Chislehurst in Kent. I've been qualified about 35 years now, or maybe 30 years, I'm making myself look older than I am. Came across the product at a feet, fascia and function conference at the Natural History Museum in London about 2 years ago. Saw a most amazing speaker called Dr. Emily Splickle, she was speaking, and that's where I came across initially the insoles and the products that there are for Naboso. I'll pass you to Liz.
I'm Liz, I'm also a podiatrist. I've done many things, research, worked in universities, PhD, and I'm Tony's business partner, and I have known Tony many years, and he has perpetually moaned about his feet for many of those years until he met Emily and bought the insole at his feet and fascia function, and no longer has any pain in his feet, and that made us look into the product, and it is the most amazing product. We have patients, because we also run a clinic, who have benefited enormously from using the mats and the insoles.
Awesome. So for those who don't really know anything about the product, I'll tell you about how I found it, which was, I was on Instagram and I follow quite a lot of neurophysios, spinal physios, that kind of thing. And I saw someone using this product and I was like, what's that spiky mat, basically? I was really interested, so I sent a message to them and asking them what it was about, and I got some really great information. And you guys probably seen in the past, if you're a regular follower, where I went to Australia and we were seeing some stuff about VR and talking about neuroplasticity in the spine, where we have the connections going down from the brain and connections coming up from the feet and the hands to sort of try and help with those connections. And I thought this seems like a really great product. I think it would be fascinating for you guys to see it, and for some of you out there especially, it could really help you with some of your function levels, especially those who are trying to learn to walk again. Some of you guys out there with like MS, or who've had stroke, or cerebral palsy, loads of different sort of things that I reckon they could potentially help you with. So I think best thing to do now is to dive into the technology and explain sort of how it works, and yeah, so that's why I got these guys along today, because rather than me trying to jumble my words and get to the get to the topic eventually, we get some people that know about it properly and to explain it. So yeah, over to you guys again.
Okay, it's a material made from EVA that has little pyramids on it, and these little pyramids stimulate sensory nerves, of which on our feet we've over 2,000. They stimulate these sensory nerves, send messages up to the brain. This is put very simply, comes back down and works on pathways, works on our fascia, which is this mesh-like substance that covers our muscles, works on pathways that come up from the inside of the foot, up into your pelvic floor and to your core, and on the outside of the foot, up the leg into your deep hip stabilisers and your glutes. That's put very simply, minus all the muscle terminologies.
Yeah, that's great. So what I was thinking with this is how it would be really great for things like using in standing frames. Yeah. You guys were saying about using it on things like your wheelchair. Maybe there's some areas, if you're in an electric wheelchair, with the motion of using it to help sort of try and regain maybe a little bit of function, maybe a bit of sensitivity in those hands to really maximise what you've already got, basically.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
because it's exactly the same. Hands and feet, we're absolutely smothered in sensory nerves. And when we wear, particularly with feet, if we wear socks, we wear shoes, we dampen down the effect from those sensory nerves. And obviously, if you've got a neurological condition, you're already dampening down.
Yeah.
So you want to maximise what you've got. And by putting this in your shoe, on wheelchairs, on aids, it's really good, not only for feet but also for hands as well.
Yeah.
It comes as a covering in either a 3mm or 1mm thickness. It's got a 3M, or you can have it without 3M backing, but 3M backing is quite useful. It can be stuck anywhere, basically, and it's quite malleable as well.
Yeah, it seems like a really great product, and I was researching a bit online beforehand, and it's not some voodoo magic thing that's going on. It's backed by science.
It is evidence-based.
Yeah, it's not
It is evidence-based, and in fact it's a really exciting time, because there's quite a few studies that are due out this year, looking at kids who toe walk, MS, Parkinson's, peripheral neuropathy, all sorts of areas. So it's a really, really exciting time.
Yeah, it's something that I wish it was around when I was a kid. Coming from a swimming background and having massively overdeveloped quads and messing with my knees, this would have been it would have been fantastic.
Absolutely, and it also covers, for those people that wear insoles already into shoes or braces, it's easy to cover that as well.
Yeah, so, and as I was saying, I've got a lot of you guys out there, you're at various stages of development in terms of people who are very heavily disabled and probably don't have the potential to ever walk again, right the way through to people that use a wheelchair occasionally, and some people that don't use a wheelchair at all, and this can benefit absolutely everyone. It's not just for someone who's trying to recover and trying to get more, it's for across the range of people.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, I've seen it with the Pilates use, it seems like a really great, especially combining it with someone, if you're going to, or if you are someone who works with spinal patients in a physio setting, this will probably help increase results more dramatically than just, especially if you're just using shoes, then, going barefoot and then using this on top of that it's going to massively help with the success you'll see.
So brilliant cover material, so it could also be used to go on top of orthotics as well.
Okay,
Go into those shoes.
Or you can have the insoles as they are, which you just buy and just cut down to size. They're washable. They'll last at least a year before they wear out, and they're really, really simple, really thin, which is a nice thing. So you can get them in all sorts of shoes, especially if feet become edematous and you struggle to get shoes on. So these are quite good as well.
So let's go through the products again. So we've got the insoles there.
Insoles, yeah.
So you've got three different versions there.
There's three different versions, Ben. There's one that is just has a 1mm pyramid. That's for people that have a little bit of heightened sensitivity, want to go in bare feet, but don't want the full 1.5 millimetre pimple or pyramid, and then we have a 1.5 and a Neuro one, and the Neuro one actually is probably our best seller, I have to say. We sell more of that than anything else. People do like that. They like that maximum sensitivity.
Yeah.
They can also be worn with socks as well. I wear Neuro, I wear them with socks.
Yeah. And you can feel them through the socks.
Yeah, and we were discussing beforehand about when we have things like pressure issues, if you're worried about skin issues and that, they are wearable with socks, so you don't have to necessarily worry too much about damaging the skin.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's ways around it.
Yeah, if there is any reason why your skin is slightly weak, then obviously wear them socks.
And we discussed about this product in depth, but as I say, you can stick it literally anywhere and you can use it. because it doesn't just work, although it's called barefoot technology, it works for everywhere.
Absolutely.
So you can use it where you want to.
The hands and the mechanocepts and the hands, we use the hands as well. It's used in various sporting clubs for hand to shoulder fascial work.
Yeah, we've got a few physios that use the mats for that shoulder rehab.
Yeah.
As well as hand rehab.
So yeah, that's the other. There's a couple of products on the floor here. So we've got a couple of different mats. We've got a training mat, which is good for doing
gym stuff. Weights.
So it's quite a multi-purpose sort of use.
Absolutely.
And then we've got the mind and body one, which is for more like yoga. So it's a bit less abrasive, I guess, a bit more relaxing for those things. And then we've got the standing mat as well, which would be, I reckon, fantastic if you're someone who uses a standing frame on a daily basis, which I know a lot of you do, and if you're not, you should be doing it anyways. Putting that, taking the shoes off, going barefoot on that, you're going to get much more results from it rather than just going as you normally would. That's proved again to be very popular. Okay guys, so I'm here and it is the next day after seeing Tony and Liz. A big, huge thanks to those guys for coming down and showing the product to us. It was really great to have them explain it to you rather than me doing it, because they have knowledge in the area and they're going to explain it a lot better. So what's going to be happening now? Over the next couple of days, weeks, months, I'm going to be testing out the products. In fact, I've got the insoles in today and I've already been wearing them for about 5 hours and they have actually made a bit of a difference already. I have a little bit of pain in my feet, sort of pins and needly kind of thing, and that's reduced already today. Obviously, it could just be a coincidence, so over the next couple of weeks, months, I'll be testing these out. I've also got the yoga mat as well. I'm going to be doing some exercises on there, seeing if we can improve anything in the hands, and also I'm going to be using it in my standing frame too. So be sure to stay tuned for all that stuff. Again, huge thanks to Tony and Liz for joining us today. And also, if you did like that video, give this video a thumbs up. If you've got any questions for Tony and Liz or myself about the product, just leave it down in the description below. I'll be sure to pass on anything to them. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button for more great videos like this. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.